Hi, evening. Thank you for tuning in. Today's not been fantastic, to be honest. I just don't. I just feel horrific today. I was absolutely fine this morning. Everything, everything was okay. I picked my boy up from school to take him to the dentist, which turned out to be a bit more involved than we thought, to be fair. He had to have an injection, and it was horrendous to watch him be in pain, bless him. Obviously, as everybody that's had an injection in their mouth knows, it's horrifically painful. He was really brave. I was really proud of him. He had to have the rest of the day off school because they had quite a physical day, lesson wise, and they didn't want it. It was more of a risk for him to catch his face and whatnot, because of it being numb. I found out that somebody in his school's been calling him stupid, but I did hear that because the child had been calling somebody else stupid, and I'd asked about it because it was one of his friends that was being called stupid, and said, "Oh, have you heard anything about this? Is it happening? If so, can you make sure you tell a teacher?" And then apparently he's being called stupid as well, and he's involved in it. But I'm not, obviously I believe him, but I'm wondering why it wasn't mentioned at all, or been seeming to affect him, without me bringing it up about his friend. So yeah, but he has promised he will tell me, or he will tell a teacher if it happens again. Had to take he had to go with his dad to work, because I was off work to have today to have my hair done, and as you probably saw in the last video, all the colours had faded out, so I'd booked it. I'd shifted it around so I could take him obviously to the dentist, but I wasn't expecting him to be off all day. So luckily, his dad said that he could go down to work with him, which was great, and he loves. So we went back home to get changed out of school uniform, and I'm not sure if the pain probably kind of like in a mild way, like a little bit of trauma that he wasn't quite expecting to have that done today hit home, or whether the bullying thing did strike more of a nerve than I gave it credit for. He's getting dressed. He was so cute. He broke my heart. He was going to get his shirt out, and he said, "Oh, I thought that was a bit fancy for the garage." So I said, "Oh, put your hoodie on. You've got joggers on. Put your hoodie on so you're nice and warm." Which is great. I got him his trainers for knocking around out, but he didn't want to wear them. He wanted to wear his new ones, not new, but the current set of trainers, and for school and that. And to be fair, he tried them on, but he didn't like them. They felt weird. His socks felt weird. It felt weird on his foot. I'm trying to rush to this to get him down to his dad's works, and then he's not coming unless he can wear his new trainers. Then he's screaming at me, and I ended up shouting back at him and saying, "Right, wear them. I don't even care. Just get them filthy and wrecked. I don't even care." So he goes up, stamping up the stairs to go and get them. I'm stood out by the front door, and I said, "He's not coming." So I said to him, "Well, where?" I go to the bottom of the stairs. "Where are you? I'm not coming." So I then storm up the stairs, and complete and utter red mist rage. I'm furious now. Get out to the bedroom, get downstairs, you go in, you know it's like. Unbeknownst to me, I've left well, not unbeknownst to me, I knew I left the front door open because I was only going to the bottom of the stairs to call him. The dog's buggered off down the street now. Now, we live on a street that's lovely, but it's a rat run, and they billow down there. We lost a cat last month. So I'm panicking now, where's the dog? I'm running around the house and looking down the street. She's down the street on the corner. So I'm calling her back. She ain't coming. She don't want to come. Everyone's shouting in the house. She's not coming. So I have to go and get her. Now, because she's a corgi, she doesn't wear a collar in the house because it ruins all her fur underneath, and she gets quite itchy with it. So I have to rugby tackle the dog in the street, while the other one, the boy Lewis, is still my son is still kicking off. I've had the goddamn trainers and about come in, and I'm just I frog marched the dog back in the house. Tell Lewis to get in the car. He sat in the car. He's putting his getting in his car seat and putting his seatbelt on. I said to him, I've forgotten something. So I run back in the house. I'm absolutely red mist, angry now, and I'm so annoyed because I haven't done it for so long. And this is the state I knew we'd get to. This is why I've been trying to go and see the psychiatrist again and saying, look, I don't feel like my tablets are working at the moment. It feels like I feel when I haven't taken them without the side effects of the sort of, short circuit feeling. And I was doing really, really well coping with that. And I'd had some diazepam off the doctor, which I haven't actually even taken because of how they say, they're really bad, don't take them, they're so addictive. And I'm trying my best to not need to take them. And I've screamed at my poor boy, I love more than anything. He screamed at me. I'm trying to help him through getting his emotions in order, and then he sees me screaming off at him. And I was just so ashamed that I'd done it, that I'd shouted at him and upset him when he'd been through enough anyway. Now, the traumatic morning with the dentist, which isn't traumatic for us, but it is, for a young boy. I just went in the house and as I'm walking through to the kitchen, I'm like thumping every wall backhandedly, not to damage it, it's not damaging. Just to try and get some frustration out, because I knew what I was going to do if I got to the kitchen before I released the frustration, and I just couldn't. And I think it was coupled with how horrendous I felt that I'd taken it out on him and told him off. And I've been so good at not doing it, and then I just ripped the drawer open, grabbed the scissors and just battered my arm with them. It's not even like a cutting. I couldn't do some sort of sadistic slow slicing. I couldn't feel it. It's just like I'm hitting myself with the scissors. I just everyone down. I've come so far for not doing that, and I just don't want the boys to see my arm or anything, and I don't want them to see it and think that that's okay. If you're really angry and there's rage, then that's how you can get rid of it. I mean, I started doing it because I didn't like the fact that I'd broken things, and then things were broken and they were just unrepairable, and then I'd feel guilty and hideous, and I just kind of learned in some weird, stupid way that if I did it to myself, that nothing would break. It would heal. It would heal fine. And it's just not the case, because now my arm's bloody hurting anyway from this morning, and now I just feel horrendous, and I've got to have to go through the whole thing now of wearing long sleeves. I did tell my other half, because he's brilliant, and he's just so brilliant, but even he feels let down because I thought we'd work through it and it wasn't happening. And I suppose this is why it's really bloody important that you don't discharge people from the mental health. From the care of the mental health team, when your GP isn't allowed to do anything except up your tablets or give you something to make you not even know your name. But I phoned up and I wanted help, and I could feel that things were going awry, and I was sat on top of a volcano waiting to erupt, and I didn't know whether I was going to feel down or whether I was going to feel angry or whether I was going to go completely manic. I just didn't know. I just knew something was stirring and it didn't feel right. And I was told, oh, your psychiatrist has left, and by the way, you've been discharged anyway because we were going to give you trauma support, and then but you were going to be okay. Well, guess what? I'm not okay. I haven't been okay since I've been like 12. I'm not going to be okay on my own. That's the whole point of having the support, and I'm so lucky I've got such a network with my other half being so damn good. And if I didn't have my boys, I don't know what I'd do. Just so ashamed of myself now, and how I've let not just everyone but myself down as well. I thought I was doing well. It's ironic, my arm, to be honest, because got a tattoo on my arm that says, obviously it's backwards there, it says, never give up, it's such a wonderful life. And now we've just sort of, well, just cut, see what I mean? It's not like nobody's killing himself with these, it's just a frustration thing, and as soon as I've done it, it feels so much better, but then it feels horrendous afterwards, because this is the reality of it. Now I'm stuck with this on my arm for God knows how long. Do you know, I was once told, when I went for DLA, it was back then, that there was no signs of self-harm because there was only a few silver lines, and I was so proud of myself that they hadn't scarred, and I'd looked after myself enough to not leave scars, so that when I healed mentally, that tattoo was there just to make me pause and think, no, don't do it. And it usually does, but it didn't today, and I knew this would damn well happen. So next time you're trying to cut your waiting lists, it's okay, can't we just have people on there that are dormant? That haven't necessarily got I know you can only have so many people on, but you don't have to. Can't it just be that people can be on there dormant, and if they phone up, they can get like quicker access to help, rather than I've got to go back on a wait. I'm back on a waiting list. I self-referred myself. I couldn't refer anyone else, like my son or anything. That's got to come off strangers, that has. But you know, a parent doesn't know about him. But no, I could self-refer, obviously myself, but I'm back at the end of the waiting list again. I wasn't ever, I never even knew I was discharged, so, well, I don't know, it's just ridiculous, it really is. I have no idea. But that's one of the things you get to deal with day to day, and all the support systems that are there, they're always going to be there for you and going to help you. Going to get you through this. Yeah, once. Otherwise, you can start again. So yeah, cheers for that mental health help. Really appreciate it. Thanks for always being there when nobody needs you, and never being there when we do. So yeah, thanks.